Tell me a bit about your family.
Well, my mother died when I was only 6, which was hard for me and my siblings. My father, who was a lawyer, abandoned us soon after. He travelled throughout Europe, only occasionally living with us. He then died in Munich on 6th of November 1777. We were then brought up by our aunts and uncle.
Were you well educated?
I attended the College of Austrianis at Arias, just aged 8. And then in 1769, I was awarded a scholarship to a famous college of Louis Le Grand in Paris, where I distinguished myself in the philosophy and law. I then received a law degree in 1781 and then became a lawyer at Arias.
What were you interested in?
Well, I was interested in law and philosophy, but I also cared about people's wants and getting the people to rise up, which I thought was very powerful.
What were your ambitions?
I was wanting to become a lawyer, which I succeeded just aged 21. I also was a vital role in the French Revolution and the Reign of Terror, which I had high goals to be able to get the people to rise up over the rich and powerful.
Did you have any hardships?
I would easily have to say the hardest thing in my life was the fact that my mother died when I was only 6, and that my father abandoned us.
You had any golden moments, and what was it?
Yes, I was elected president of the powerful Jacobin political faction. A year later, I then participated in writing the Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen, the foundation of the French Constitution. When the people of Paris rose up against King Louis XVI in August 1792, I was then elected to head of Paris delegation to the new National Convention. In December of that year, I successfully argued for the execution of the king and continued to encourage the crowds to rise up against the acrotisserie.
What role did you play in the revolution?
I believe I was one of the most best known and most influential figures of the French Revolution and the Reign of Terror. I was in power mostly during the Reign of Terror, in which the Community of Poland, which I also ran, along with the fellow Jacobins, I then executed those who were deemed enemies of the revolution. I was then deemed a saviour of the revolution. However, others have deemed me as the dictator of the revolution.
You had a good attitude during the French Revolution.
Looking back now, I don't think I did, as we as a nation friends, and no real threat from any other country, I did still think we needed to stamp our authority as we were the most powerful country, so we kept on guillotining people.
Regret killing all those people.
In 11 months, we had found 300,000 suspected enemies of the revolution. We arrested them, and more than 17,000 were executed, mostly by guillotine. But I do not regret killing any of those.
Was the guillotine the main device you used to kill your enemies?
Yes, it was quick and efficient for us back in the day. And in fact, this is how I died. With all my allies and I, we were arrested and taken to prison. We were then able to escape with the aid of a sympathetic jailer and hid in the Hotel de Ville in Paris. When we received word that the National Convention had declared all of us outlaws, I tried to commit suicide, but succeeded only in wounding my jaw. Shortly after, troops from the National Convention stormed the building and seized and arrested us. The next day, all 22 of us were executed at the guillotine.
Thank you.
Now that's all right.